I want to throw this to John Harmer and Jason Vincelette because, obviously Steve, John, and I have known each other for years. We've been doing this conversation. You two have become our regular panelists, right? Talk to me about, what outside of the pushing the ideas and the growing that type of stuff, how has this played a role? Obviously, you're here more often than other people. Is there a social and, something other than just the work side of it?
I'll start. Sorry, Jason. Yes, to me, there definitely is, and part of it's because because of the pandemic, and we're also international at this point, and removed from our regular social circles and all that stuff. And so I'm thirst. I think Cottrell might have said that word for this sort of human interaction thing. And so there's definitely a social aspect of this to me. And we talk about professional stuff when we hop on these calls, but it still feeds that spontaneous interaction thing that I need in humanity. And then for the four dudes in the Slack channel with Selhorst, there's a whole lot of that sort of empathetic, interpersonal banter that goes on in there that's been very helpful in, again, these sort of isolating times.
Yeah. Jason.
Well, I'm not really here for the people. I thought I was getting paid for this. So if that's not the case, you need to update me.
The check's in the mail.
Yeah, checks in the mail.
Can always count on Jason for a good joke.
Yeah.
It's a rev share on payment by the customer. You're good.
Yeah. No, this has been fantastic. Obviously, been doing this for, I think we're going on a year now almost. And so it's been really good for the personal level. Obviously, I mean, I was 1,600 people in my company, most of them European, but none of them are passionate about product management. And I think I have 30 product managers. And it goes back to what Steve's saying. I don't think anybody would show up on a Saturday, honestly. And so they're very passionate about their industry and what their products are. But as far as product management, I think there's maybe one person and they're just kind of learning it. They don't even know they're doing product management right now. And so this gives me an opportunity to talk to other people that are very passionate product managers about product management, and also like sharing some of these ideas and concepts, and for me to kind of stay on top of things. And there's so much value to this. And I think I comment almost every week on how amazing that these conversations end up being, even when they're dry topics.
So Jason, do you think the lack of passion is because it's lack of consistency of what product is, and it's not its own sort of swim lane career path? Do you think?
No, we have a very, very, that's a very good question. We have a very defined career path, but nobody has, it's just a culture of
Finnish company.
It's just a culture of a really kind of European-based company where they don't strive to the next level necessarily in their career. They're kind of always just good, and because of that, there's not a lot of self-education that goes in the part outside of the organization to get you to the next level. Nobody wants to be the next level, whereas in the U.S. anyway, we tend to always want, or North America, we tend to always want to get to the next level. So we do this kind of self-education. And so even though they're product managers, most of them are just born from engineers, and they're just good with whatever they're told to do, waiting for the time where they retire.
I think it's also a different swim lane, even here in the U.S., that the folks I was talking about in North Carolina thought of themselves as subject matter experts. They were domain experts, and they were like, where can I go be that? And they got hired as a product manager, whatever that is. But we need you to bring your subject matter and domain expertise to the party. And so they're more interested in sharing their expertise and less interested in becoming experts in product management.
Which is why in 5 years their roadmap is going to be stale and have not kept up with the market. But
yeah, but I would hit that again, right? Do they get their organizational gravitas from their domain expertise or their strategy and execution? I think that goes back to role, right? I mean, where do we put together a professional, this is it, right? And if the value is hoarding domain specific information for a single product and managing a backlog, to Jason's point, I can see where let's just do the work. And when the work is done, right? And then if Jason promotes me in 4 years, right on. If he doesn't, guess what?
Not happening.
I'm gonna have a beer.
That's right.
Yeah.